started. And Monday Night Prime Time is underway. Machine Ali on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
He's taken down after reaching the 30. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. It's a design boot. Oh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Putting a receiver in motion. They go play fake with Jackson. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Lamar off to play fake. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
Gain of 21 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the... And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens 7, Lions nothing.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Goff. And they're going to hand him a big loss on this 1st down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Goff now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Lions.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
We go play action with Goff. Has the connection to right. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. From the gun, Goff. It's on target to Williams. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
A gain of 14. And the Lions 1st down.
And that's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Brought in close to the 8. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal a little bit tougher here. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Second down and
When they
goal.
were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on second and goal. Trying again, following the sack. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
On third and goal, Goff. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the one.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect one-for-one.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Ali to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Escapes a defender. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A draw now. This is Henry. He finds space for a few yards that time. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Running once more with Henry. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Jackson. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens could break this tie for a halftime lead. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the pistol, Henry. Locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another run for Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Back to Flowers they go. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Things going well so far. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Goff on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
1st down. Here's Lamar. Drop this one down for Henry. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Craig Reynolds to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off play action, Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And some excellent work on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now gone. Screen here for Gibbs. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Goff on 3rd. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Working inside the red zone. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
So that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. The stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown.
Detroit.
The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Ali to return it. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now Baltimore turning its offense to the field of play. And it's an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. First call here coming from the shotgun. Lamar off the play fake. Completed to Flowers. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On first and 10, it's Henry. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Dumped off to his running back. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Jackson keeping it himself. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now it's Lamar. That's caught for the first. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, This quarterback can do some damage as well.
Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
21. Lions 14.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
7 yards.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
The Ravens going to the dime package on this 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. That one's cut on the left sideline. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Jukes one defender. Oh, breaking ankles with that move. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
21 apiece.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Ravens to the line now, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Here's Lamar on the sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the 24. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Collects this at the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens pushing to get within range for a game winner. From the gun, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Looks like the Lions going with a dime set here. Third down. Looking to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Now the Lions calling a timeout. It's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
All right, all set up now. First and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's second down. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Putting the tight end in motion. This is Henry on second. Space to the left. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this first and goal. They'll run here with Henry. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. The timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
7-yard line.
Setting up to pass. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. So it's going to be third down and maybe their last snap before trying a potential game winner.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and goal. They'll try for it with the option. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up fourth and goal.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. Only a 20-yarder here. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First down.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. One final shot here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to wind up out of bounds, so a request for a miracle goes unanswered. This game comes to an end. So it ends as a win.